Good afternoon, Stampers. Hi, this is Lisa with Queen Bee Creations here for today's live. We are broadcasting on YouTube and on Facebook simultaneously to make a really cute fun fold card. And I always promise to show you things that look a little bit on the complicated side, but they're not really. So we're going to break it down. I'm going to make this simple for you, and we're going to make another version. But both of these versions, this one and the one I'm going to be doing during our live, are both using some new designer series paper that is a limited release, just for as long as it holds out. They gave us a pre-release of a new bundle, and then they gave us a few coordinating items with them, and those coordinating items are limited release. The bundle is going to carry over and will be in the January mini catalog. So happy Thursday, Janet. Welcome. Helene gets the first prize, though, because she commented 24 hours early. She said she showed up and the notice told her she was a little bit early. So I thought that was kind of funny. And it's cool that YouTube allows that to be up there, that they still share it with me, even though she was way early. So let's move you down to my desk. And this is the bundle I was talking about. This is the one that's going to be in our new catalog. And they're going to start a new trend where they're going to name the stamp set and then the coordinating dies that go with it with the same name. So the framed florets dies go with the framed florets stamp set. So that's kind of handy. And this is the card we're making. Now you'll notice it's kind of long, and we don't have paper that long. So I show you what I'm going to do. For the base, we're going to bring in a regular size, 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. But we're going to give it an additional score over here at 3/4. Then I've got a second piece that is 5 inches by 6 1/4. And it's scored at 2 3/4. Okay, then I want to show you that I have it scored where we're going to cut. And this is what's going to make our staggered effect. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and we're going to lay this with this additional score line. Remember I said we scored it at the 4 1/4, but we also have this 3/4 down here. I want the 3/4 towards me. I'm going to lay it on the 1/2 inch, and I'm going to score all the way up to that 4 1/4. It's actually 4 on this side, I guess. No, 4 1/4. Yep, as I inch it over, it's 4 1/4. I was watching because I have a little ruler on this side, and the reason I can read that ruler is that I have a piece of tear and tape in the back. And that allows me to read those numbers. Now I'm going to just snip that off. And then this one, I'm going to take away 3/4 of an inch on the short side. So I have that score line closer to me. And then I'm going to cut from that score line down. And then this section here, that's where I'm going to add some tear and tape, and the two together are going to make my base for my card. So I'll be able to glue that one right there. And then I'll have my long card base. Did I lose anybody yet? All seem pretty simple. Because truly, this is the hard part. And it's not even hard. Because next, all we're going to do is we're going to adhere layers. Come on. So I am lining this up right on that score line and making sure that I match. And I'm even with top and bottom. Okay, now when it goes together, it's going to just fold up like this. In kind of an M fold or a W, however you want to view it. And then that's what's giving us our tapered look on the front. Okay, for the layers, I'm going to do this one in more pinks. So my layers for inside are 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have 2 that are 3 by 4 1/2. Then I have 2 that are 4 by 2 1/2. So the cool part is I got all of this out of one sheet of cardstock. And again, if you get the tutorial, which I'll have for sale in my shop soon, it will have the diagram and the kind of cheat sheet that puts all this together. But that was my 8 1/2 by 11. So I'm keeping this little piece that's going to be for my sentiment on the front. These are 2 layers. These are 2 layers, and that's 1. So this is my scrap. Then I have some designer series paper that's going to go over that. And so because this was 2 1/2 by 4, this is going to be 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then I've also got a piece of white paper that's also that size. Then I have this one that is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then I have this piece that's going to go over it that will be 3 by 4 1/2. The base is balmy blue, and this layer is polished pink. And I got that by checking out our designer series paper, cardstock. All of our designer series paper on the back will have all the colors. And so I just started looking at what colors were listed and decided which ones I wanted to play with. And that's why I had other sheets out here, because I was playing around to see if I wanted to layer in one of the other colors. Okay, and then this back panel is 4 by 5 1/4. So this is 5 by 3 3/4. And I just kind of did a pattern. I went with the large flowers, a plain, and then the small flowers. And then I've got my whites that will go in between. And I also want to remind you that the dies will cut out some of the flowers from the designer series paper, like this one right here, that would die cut out with one of the dies. And then this flower here, this is die cut out of the designer series paper as well, just using a different die. So lots of fun things we can do. So let's go ahead and get these layered. So that I have less little pieces floating around. You know, that's my preferred way to do things, is to not have little pieces that will travel away on me. Yes, don't forget to put in hashtag Prize Patrol if you're watching live. That's how you're able to enter into the drawing, because somebody will receive today's card in the mail as the prize. But you have to be live, because I do that drawing at the end. So hang out till the end so you can see if you won. The computer has been collecting names for me. Okay, I'm not going to adhere the whites onto that because my theory for this is we always stamp before adhering, because if it has a goof, we want to be able to flip it over and stamp on the other side. Now, all of my designer series paper ones are going to go on the forward facing panels. So that's easy. Okay, so I mean, how simple, right? Everybody following me so far? Now these additional pieces, they're going to go on the back. So I can go ahead and stick these. Okay, now I'm ready to do some stamping. So I'm going to bring down my little panels. Oh, there it is. I lost my flower. Stamps. I need stamps. That's this one right here. And so I'm going to make a birthday card, and I wanted it to have a little bit of extra. And so I just took one of the flower arrangements, and it can be any one. And I just stamped it in the corner. But because I did not want this full size taking up room in there, I just wanted an accent. So I went ahead and used a piece of scrap paper underneath. And I'm just going to stamp those two corners. So this time I'll use polished pink because that's this color right here. And one of the things about stamping in the color is I feel like then I don't have to necessarily color it with Stampin' Blends or watercolor or anything. It looks pretty all by itself, even without being colored. So I really like that. Because these are photopolymer and they have a tendency to stain, I'm going to make sure that I take this straight over to my Stampin' scrub. And I'm spraying down some of our Stampin' mist. And then one side's wet, one side's dry. And so then it cleans it off. We also have the little Simply Chamois. This is mine cut into fourths because it's easier to use on the Stamparatus that way. Okay, so here's our birthday wishes. And our friend. Okay, I'm lining this up on my grid paper, making sure that the line is straight on my words and then that my block is straight on the grid. And then hopefully my sentiment is straight. The best way to do this is always to look straight down from the top. You can even stand up if that helps. I'm not able to do that on camera without looking ridiculous, but if you have issues getting things straight and the mounting on the lines isn't enough, then standing up and looking straight down from the top will help. Okay, I have one more that's going to be on the front. So I'm going to bring out Celebrate. And I'm actually going to flush this far to this end because I want to put my flower on the other side. So I'm not centering it in my block at all there. Does anybody use the Stampin' storage? I have the paper holders are behind me, the ink pad things in front of me. See if I can show you that without making you sick. See how it holds all the ink pads and the inks. If you're into that kind of stuff, I have an affiliate link, and because I have the affiliate link, they're letting me know about some sales that are coming up. So if you're into Black Friday shopping and saving some money, you want to make sure that you're following Stampin' Storage and me so that I can let you know when those sales happen, because they promise that they're going to be good. Okay, now this is the piece, like I said, that was off the bottom of our 8.5 by 11, and it's a little long. So I'm just going to go ahead and snip this off. And then when I adhere it to the card, I'm going to only adhere it on one side because it obviously hangs over and we don't want to glue our card shut. I expect that Stampin' Up's going to let us know about some kind of sale coming up soon too. I haven't heard anything yet, but make sure that you are on my newsletter or following my Facebook page, because I will let everybody know as soon as that stuff's released. And we all want to start shopping early, regardless of where we're shopping. If we plan on anything shipping, we need to start early. Even when I order from Amazon lately, it's not coming as quickly as it used to. Gone are the days of the 2-day shipping, at least here. Okay. So I'm basically centering this in my card overall, and then just adhering it on this side. And then I have my flower that I wanted to go ahead and put here. And I thought it kind of blended into the background some. So I brought in one of our other dies, and I thought I would use that in the background to give it a little bit of a pop. I think it stands out a little more when I do that. What do you think? So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of this just to adhere the leaf. But then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. That again will help us give it some dimension. If it still is blending in for you and you want to make it pop even more, then you can take a sponge dauber and a little bit of ink and you can highlight along the edges, and that will help it pop too. Oops. Guess it helps if I pull the backings off, huh? Okay, so there we go. Isn't that a beautiful card? So I'm mostly featuring the Designer Series paper because that is a limited release, but the framed Florets stamp set and the dies are carrying over. But there's an additional stamp set that has some Christmas greetings in it that is also limited release that will coordinate with this. It has a lot of the same fonts, but they're more holiday related. There's Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all of that. Mine is on its way. I didn't get it at first because I wasn't thinking I would use it because it's just a limited release, but I think I will use it a lot even after it retires. I think it's one I might hang on to because I do like those fonts. Here's another one I did using the Brightest Glow. This was the stamp camp we did over the weekend. So we made a lot of items using the Lights Aglow designer series paper. Our next one is going to be in January. We're going to do a stamp camp in January that will be on the Sweet Songbird out of our annual catalog. And we've got some really fun ideas we're doing with that. The cost of the class is fairly minimal when you consider what the materials cost. We're adding on very little after tax and shipping. And we hold a lot of fun. And it's in a Facebook group. I do 6 cards I do 3 cards and Laura does 3 cards. She's in Canada. And we do 2 of each. So you end up with 12 cards overall. And then we do 2 3D projects. So very fun stuff. But we're ready. Oh, I should show you what we're doing on Monday. Monday, we are moving on to some Christmas projects. And I'm going to be using this Hostess set from our catalog. Now, this is not fitting quite right. If I had a full-size Kit Kat, this would fit better. This is a Kit Kat holder and then a coordinating card. So this is what I'm going to be doing on Monday. We are featuring the masking technique and then a new way to use the Wink of Stella. Can you see how I've made kind of blobs in the background that are snow? And this guy is stamped directly on that square. And so is the circle is masked and he's masked. And then we've got some snow on the bottom using the puff paint. So more technique for Monday's card. So we're ready for Prize Patrol. Let me go ahead and share that screen and give the wheel a spin. Has everybody typed in hashtag Prize Patrol? Make sure you get that typed in so you are included in the drawing. And then if you were the winner, then you wanted to go to my website, which is queenbeecreations.net/prize patrol. And you're going to have to type in the Prize Patrol in the URL bar. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spin. Let's see who today's winner is. Trudy, you are today's winner. Congratulations. It's fun to have a new person in there. I don't recognize that name, so welcome. I'm glad you're here, and I'm excited that you won. So again, go to my website, queenbeecreations.net. You'll find my blog and shopping links and a whole bunch of other great stuff. But up in the URL bar, you're going to want to add /prize patrol to the end of that URL link. And it will take you to a Google form where you will fill out your address and I will get that off into the mail. So congratulations. Hi, Helene. Glad you made it, even if you were way early yesterday. And then come back Monday, because Monday we're going to be making the Kit Kat holder. I will go get a full-size bar so it fits. I should have shoved Kleenex in the end, but a Kit Kat bar holder and our little card. And we're going to do some masking technique, puff paint, and some other fun things. So I look forward to seeing you Monday at 2:30 right back here on YouTube and Facebook for another live. In the meantime, I'll see you over on Facebook or on my website. Thanks. Bye.